Hi, my name is Jerry Yu, the Family Money Doctor. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we're going to be talking about estate planning, the 5 key estate planning tools that everyone should consider. See, as part of your estate planning or as part of your succession plan, just know that there are a lot more things that you would add to this list. So this will be a very good starting point if you have not already done so. See, the reason I wanted to talk about this today is that my family went through recently the passing of my wife's grandfather. And to be completely honest, he did not have any of this in place. It ended up being quite a mess and a little bit of tension between the family trying to figure out what to do. Not only with his estate, but with some of his burial wishes and his final expenses. See, that whole unwinding of this estate was not done very smoothly because of lack of planning. It's very important stuff here. Let's get into it. So we're going to talk about these 5 things that you should consider, and then we will talk about the different type of life insurance and one you might want to consider. See, the first tool that you wanted to have in your estate plan is durable power of attorney. And that's what's going to do is going to give somebody the permission to act on your behalf in your financial matters. Believe it or not, if you are incapacitated or sick, you still have to pay taxes. You still may have money invested with your money managers, and you still have expenses that you have to take care of. See, having somebody that has the ability to sign on your behalf and make these financial decisions for you will keep your estate intact. While you may not be able to make any decisions yourself because of medical issues. Next, we're going to talk about its advanced medical directive. This is going to dictate to the doctors or medical professionals what sort of treatment that you want or you don't want. See, some people out there, believe it or not, says, hey, if I get sick, honestly, you just pull the plug. Or, some people say, hey, don't resuscitate me. Or some people might say, hey, keep me alive as long as possible. I don't want to go. See, these doctors are going to keep you alive as long as possible if you don't have any advanced medical directive. This can be done using your living will, and that's declining or accepting any sort of medical care. And you can assign what is called a healthcare proxy. Okay, that would be somebody that's assigned to make those decisions for you. Typically your spouse or your eldest child, somebody who is going to be part of that process when you do get sick or ill, and they are able to make those decisions for you. Finally, that can also be a DNR, which is do not resuscitate. If you ever go into a full cardiac arrest and you are right there at the end, you can decline CPR and have them not bringing you back to life. Again, very difficult decisions to make while you are alive. But when you get to a point where you can make those decisions, you still want those things done to your wishes. Next, and one of the most important items will be your will. And what this is going to do is to distribute your properties to your heir after death. This is going to be essentially a document filed with the court, and it does become public record as your estate is being settled. Usually what you want to do is assign some sort of executor to settle your estate, usually a spouse or your eldest or most responsible child. One thing you wanted to do in that will is name a guardian for your children. If you are a young family out there and you haven't created a will and something happens, you want to make sure your children are taken care of. Name a family member, a godparent, or somebody there that's going to be responsible to keep your children safe and keep them successful. Finally, you want to have a letter of instructions. This is going to be something that's going to be more of an overlay to the will. Okay? It accompanies the will and gives directions inside that will. What you would typically put in there are burial wishes and or some personal thoughts. A lot of time people include a goodbye letter, but you also want to list where the locations of all your important documents are, and are they in the safe, and what's the code to the safe, right? Then when your family is settling your estate in a very, very difficult time for the family, and there's no questions, okay? And it goes as smoothly as possible. Because again, it's a very difficult time for family to do all those things while they are mourning, but the more detail, the more directions we have in those 4 things, the better. Finally, we have life insurance. Life insurance, at the end of the day, it's a peace of mind for you and your family. If you have got young children at home or a mortgage and you are the breadwinner of the family, you want to make sure you have enough life insurance to not only pay off that home in the event of passing, and make sure the kids go to college, and make sure the future financial stability is there. Typically, you wanted to have about 10 to 20 years of income replacement in that policy. Again, it's going to give you that peace of mind to your spouse and your family, and yourself in the event if that worst case scenario ever happened. Then the question is, what type of life insurance do you want? See, there are a lot of different kinds out there. Working with your insurance professional or your financial advisor to find the right one that fits you and your family needs. Because you can typically get just death benefit, which would be term insurance or some sort of permanent life insurance with no cash value. But what we're going to talk about in the next section is a type of insurance that you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's talk about that right now. Okay? What we're going to talk about is index universal life insurance policy. And the reason why we're talking about that is the Bureau of Labor Statistics did a study every single year. And the results are just about the same every year. What they look at are consumer expenditures. Okay? That's your average American family, typically a family that owns a home and have children. Again, your average income earner, average net worth, average asset, and if you notice, the taxes every year are more than the food, clothing, and healthcare and entertainment, okay, combined. Again, taxes are your biggest expenditures every single year, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics study. What we want to do is kill 2 birds with 1 stone with that life insurance policy we mentioned. Okay, that's a great part of your estate plan. Again, that life insurance is not only going to protect your family and give you that peace of mind, but we're also going to be able to generate some sort of a cash value within that policy. That cash value, if done correctly, can help mitigate taxes and lower the taxes that you are paying every year, because that what we're doing is we are actually building up some tax-free cash value that you can access tax-free. You can also use that cash value as a tax-free stream of income, okay, or for a large capital purchase or college tuitions. The goal for that life insurance is not only fit into your estate plan, but also have some living benefits to you in case you get ill. Working with your financial professional on some of these things that you should consider in your estate plan, and figure out what type of life insurance is the best fit for not only your estate plan, but also benefit you can use while you are still alive. Okay. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you in the future YouTube videos. Thank you.